Me Dave version. David Naymer. All right. No, 'cause that's when I get blackout drunk, I turn into, my subconscious is racist, I found out, because I started dropping the N-bomb at a comedy show. Later on, when I got kicked off that comedy show that I used to host that I was telling you about, at some point I started yelling at other comedians, I was told, and I called 3 comedians the N-word. 2 of them were white. And I specifically referred to them as the house N-words. So if that made any sense. I don't know, culturally speaking, I think see, this is the reason I wish the dude was here right now, because I was going to tell him. That's the reason why I got into stand-up comedy, is because I have the kind of brain that thinks that, like, you know, the Nazis were to America what the Beatles were to Motown, you know, and I need a place where I can express those kinds of ideas, you know, because you get me talking this shit on the street, people call the cops. I don't know what it is, but you take a guy like me, you put me on stage, you give me a microphone and some speakers, even on the street, you will cross the street to hear what I have to say. You take the same person, put me back on the concrete, take the microphone and the speakers and the stage away, you will cross 5 streets to avoid hearing what I have to say. So, culturally speaking, it's something to think about. A little food for thought there. Not everything has to be funny. You know, it's an open mic. I think you clearly understand that by now. We're halfway through it. All right, your next comedian, by the way, also, word the wisest, microphones get a little fuzzy. Your next comedian, I've had the pleasure, you also have too, of seeing him grow up before your very eyes on bumper stickers, peeing on various different things. I didn't know what happened to this guy, but apparently he did grow up and he's moved on. He's moved on from his former working partner of Hobbs. So please slap your hand flesh together for Calvin, everybody. That's Calvin. There he is. Calvin, here he is. He's coming up here. Right on, man. Big intro.
Thank you. Drummer for some rock band there. Dave Mustaine or whatever. How you guys doing? Just awkward silence? I do see that strobe light thing. I didn't think it was going to bother me, but it does. How you doing? Yeah. Okay. Let's see. So my name is Calvin, like Calvin and Hobbes, Calvin Coolidge, Calvin Ripken Jr., John Calvin, or as the ladies know me, hey, you in the bushes. Alright, it's a start. So that Melanie, she goes, I showed up, she goes, oh, are you going on tonight? And I go, yeah. She goes, do you have reservations? And I go, I feel pretty comfortable. She goes, no, do you respond s'il vous plaît? I says, no, I'm just going to RSVP. Flat, nothing? Okay. Alright, I'll work with it. I don't want to touch it because I'll mess up with it. This microphone's messed up. As you can see, this is all high quality equipment here. One of my grandfathers died during World War II. He was skiing in Vermont, but it was during World War II. My other grandfather, he was an American soldier. He was naked, wearing a trench coat, trying to make an escape onto a train. And so there was a stewardess. She was going up and down the aisles, and she was saying, tickets, please, tickets, please. And she got to my grandpa, and he freaked out, and he jumps up, and he flashes her, and without missing a beat, she says, sir, I need your ticket, not your stub. Well, they got married. She became my grandma. My grandma, she's schizophrenic, but she's good people. One summer I was 5 and she was JFK. Yeah. It's a tough club being a president. You can't let any Tom, Dick, or Harry, sorry about that, Jefferson, Nixon, and Truman. Tom, Dick, Harry. I see this guy, he went to college. That's what the other gentleman was saying. There was another comedian a while ago. He was talking about how male bathroom etiquette, where if there's 3 urinals, using the middle one makes you gay. And then he goes, no, it's if 2 guys use the same urinal, it makes you gay. And then he goes, he's going on another set, and the only thing I could think was, Ghostbusters. Like, Egon, don't cross the streams. Okay, see, that's an 80s joke. That's it's like VHS, I was born in 86, and as a child of the 90s, I was terrified that the rhythm was going to get me. That's Gloria Estefan. I can't sing either. I was contemplating if I was going to do like a little jig song up here, but I was like, no, forget about it. Economy's tough. Everybody trying to get jobs, trying to interview. So I went on this one job interview, and well, typically they ask you all these questions, and they say, you know, we need you to be clean, sober, we need you to be a responsible man. Can you be a responsible man? And I says, that's perfect. Every job I've ever had, anytime anything would happen, they would point to me and say, this is the man responsible. One man. This is it. Thank you, though. He gets it. This is a different crowd tonight. I usually, I was thinking I'd be comfortable with some of the other stuff. I was walking along the beach, and I found a seashell. If you put it to your ear, it sounds just like the ocean. Well, I found recently, if you hold a stick to your ear, it sounds just like a tree. Idiots. Yeah. All right. I'm good friends with most of the letters of the alphabet. I don't know why. I should say about 17 letters. Well, let's not forget O-I-C-U-R-A-Q-T. It's like a pickup line almost. No. And then some girl, she was like, what about the D? I was like, no, don't worry, baby, you'll get the D later.
Oh.
I can't. I'm not tough enough for that joke. Women, I'm so tired of me women, you know, me, no time for me. Like, get away from me, God, somebody help me. If you get in a relationship with a woman, she's always like, how did you get in here? They say that if you hold the door for a woman, it's chivalry, not if you hold it closed. Let me in, you jerk. No, I'm trying to be romantic, you know? Girlfriend's measurements were 38, 24, 36. Not necessarily in that order. Yeah, girlfriends, they always want to go, you know, they always want to go, like, apartment shopping and stuff, you know. Used to live in this apartment building. I thought it was fancy because we had a doorman. He was actually a drug dealer. Let's hold this. I need an ER doctor to come in here and resuscitate these jokes. It's a low energy crowd. You guys are all right, though. I like you guys. It's weird. You memorize so much stuff, and then you get up here, and it's like,
right?
Should I jack off the thing? Hey, I'm straight, all right? But if homosexuals are waiting for something, do they form a straight line? So, now we're getting somewhere. I think boxing is actually the gayest sport. And stick with me on this one. It's two half-naked, sweaty muscle men beating on each other with padded gloves, wearing silk boxers and little booties, and the prize is a belt and a purse. That's super gay. I don't, you know. If you ask a gay man a question, is that a query? I feel like I'm slouching with this, but I don't want to touch this microphone. I can jack the mic stands. Alright, I should get out of here. I saw a pirate walking around. He had a massive clipper ship steering wheel hanging from his belt. And I says, what's with that? He goes, yeah, I know. It drives me nuts. Delayed reaction. Yeah, so I go, well, where do you get pants to accommodate that? He goes, yeah, Pier 1. That's not so bad. So a man ran up to me screaming, I'm a teepee, I'm a wigwam, I'm a teepee, I'm a wigwam. I said, relax, man, you're too tense. If you give away dead batteries, are they free of charge? Oh, that's terrible. Tell a Clancy joke. If you picked up Rosa Parks in a limousine, would she insist on sitting in the front? Is that messed up? Is that racist? I gotta be careful with that. As a white person, I'm the only one who's racist, whether I'm being racist or not. I could leave, it'd be nighttime, I'd just say, oh my god, it's dark outside, and oh no, it's East San Jose. That was a terrible one. Okay, well, I'll leave you with this. I didn't bring it with me. So a duck walks in on an apothecary and says, "Give me some chapstick," and put it on my bill. All right, ending strong. Thank you. I'm out of here.
All right, Creepy Calvin and the Good Time Puns, everybody. Right on. That was